Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished in our town of Springview, where we are having a log crisis. We have got lots of houses that are out of firewood. We've stripped out this area for logs with the idea that there would be four, let me turn the game on there, four foresters here replanting, and you can see them doing their job. Lots of little trees are starting to sprout up. So eventually we're going to be planting and cutting, and we're going to have lots of trees coming out of here. What we have to do now is to get to that point. So to survive to that point. So we need to get our woodcutters up and running again. So let's do some random prunings in different places. Even a little bit within the forest a bit. Let's see. Over here, hit some random places throughout. I prefer to do it this way than just to clear cut the whole area. Turn us back to our correct orientation. We'll probably take a big chunk out of the middle of this. Firewood is low. Yep. These are still marked to be cut down. Have the foresters done any cutting, actually? No, but we brought in 56 cabbage. I'm guessing a farmer changed his job and became a forester and dropped off his load at some point. Otherwise, how are we doing? We've got some houses being built. That's right over here. We're built. Okay, we're done. And a slightly older couple moved in. Same thing here. Oh, these are the folks probably from the boarding home, right? Our last nomad wave or migrant wave. There we are. Yeah, there's still a few more to come. So we're not actually going to be giving these houses to any new families for a while. We have to empty out the boarding home. So, is that what it's called? Boarding home? Boarding house, okay. So we have these two that are building. 16 of 16 logs already brought over. Let's see. There's our town hall. Alright, so we have got 11 of 14 farmers, with the idea that some of these we've doubled up on. Let's double up on that one as well. 2 of 2 are working this one. Let's of 2 on this one. I'm curious, if I did that to all of them, would they move around as they're needed to get things done? Or is this just going to doom certain fields to never be planted? We'll kind of keep our eye on that. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's, 9. We have 11. Let's throw a 12th one in. So 12 workers for 9 fields. 3 of them are just going to roam. Let's see if that works. What I'm curious about is if they will move around, or if they will all build up on just right here and the orchards will never get done. Or vice versa. 71% yield, 71, 82. Wish I knew what that meant. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since, I've played a lot of hours in Banished a year ago. So I'm kind of getting back into Banished again. Does that mean that 83% of the trees are yielding? Or does that mean that due to the age of the trees and maturity, there's 83 or 84% availability this year? Yield is dropping, so they're harvesting it. So we got up into the mid 80%, and now we're taking it out. I see it's climbing, so it's continuing to grow, the parts that haven't been harvested yet. That's interesting. Okay, a house is in, a family of 5 just moved into it. Meaning more firewood's going to be depleted, I think. Yeah, well, I wonder if anybody's going to come and pull all these items out. That'd be a good test to... Yep, it's disappearing. They're treating this as a stockpile. Very interesting. So it's not locked up there permanently. Firewood is low. So we've got 1 of 2, 1 of 2. Still listing 2 of 2. So I'm thinking they just went in to become laborers. I really thought they would switch over to another field. Alright, yield down to 16%. Merchant has arrived. Yield down to 61 and 79. 1 of 2. So we at least have 1 worker in each yet. Well, we'll play with that for a bit. Alright, we have a trader in. What has he brought us? He's brought us plum seeds. That's interesting. But we don't have anything to trade. We still don't have any firewood. We have 23 firewood in town. And they're not going to take herbs, venison, or fish. Only things that we have created with our hands. So, we're going to have to, unfortunately, pass on that one. That's too bad. Alright, 1 more house is being worked on. We have quite a few logs in the economy now. There's some sitting here. Hopefully they transport them straight in, instead of bring them from over here. How are we doing here? We've got none in the stockpile. Here's the logs. Alright, this is what I was wondering about. Should there be a woodcutter here? I'm thinking there should. 1 at each source of logs. Of course, that might eliminate some logs when we need some for construction, if they're all going to the woodcutters, but we'll put a cap on it if we need to. What am I looking for? That's what I want. Is there room to do it here? That's the next big question. Doesn't look like I can pull it off. Nope, actually that stockpile is... Well, if the stockpile wasn't there, could I do it? I don't think I could do it here either. Alright. What if we force them to drop off logs here instead of there? That's probably a smart move. Let's do something like that. And let's stockpile. Oh, something like that. Well, we'll go 1 more. Then we'll road from here. Like from there. There isn't a road there already, is there? Actually, there is. Okay, the road is a diagonal run. Okay. Now let's do that. Well, we could road into here, I guess. Alright, so we want to eliminate this stockpile. Well, if this one's closer, they're just going to start using it. But until then, they're going to have these available to use as they need. So let's not do that yet. Let's wait until this is actually transferred into here. 4 workers are actually doing a good job of working. They didn't have to prioritize anything. They're in here clearing out, and 3 more items, and that's an official stockpile. Wooden house is getting built. Woodcutter is getting built with a vengeance over here. Okay. 116 logs, 7 firewood. So we're still not making firewood fast enough. Now these logs are all going to be dropped here. This would almost be another source of firewood, except it's a long walk to go and get it. That's something that concerns me. So here's an official new couple. So that's good news. How's our school doing? 19 students out of 20. Okay. probably needing another school soon. And I would say in our town proper would be a good place for it. So let's... right there. Let's get a school in here. Is there any obvious place that it should be? Maybe as yet another buffer from the mines? Get some buildings that aren't houses kind of in this area. We'll do that. Set this aside. Stone and iron is fine, so let's go ahead and let that build as they wish to. The logs and the cabbage all just got moved out of the Forester's Lodge. I just saw that jump. Okay, so we have 3 official logs here. Let's go back to that one. Okay, so log limit of 500. Thinking eventually this will be the source of the logs. Got to think about that. How is that going to work as far as supplying the other firewood cutters? I guess we're going to have to keep this at cut no matter what, if we're going to have this guy here. He's got to have logs dropped off nearby. And when you get into some of the mods, like the Colonial Charter mod or some of the individual ones, you can set up a stockpile that is only for logs, and then they will come and drop off logs here. But here in the vanilla game, each stockpile can handle anything. A new woodcutter. Let's throw a 3rd woodcutter in there. We're doing really good on labor. In fact, doing almost too good on labor. Let's think about that. Let's slow down a bit. Are there enough labor jobs going on? I'm thinking there are. Wow, they have really replanted this area. That's impressive. Look at all those little trees. Pretty soon, we'll have a log industry there. Labor. The labor is clearing okay, that's why this stuff cleared out so quickly. There was lots of labor. That's why these cleared out and got prepared for building so quickly. So I know that they clear out the resources. I know they clear out the building spots, and they load the building spots. And we're getting there. I'm wondering if they do any more day-to-day routines. You know, do they head over to the blacksmith and grab the tools that he's laid on the ground, or is only the blacksmith doing that? I'm not absolutely sure. Maybe we should find some specific jobs for these guys. So we are in spring. Tell you what, if they're going to be laborers anyway, let's go ahead and have them farm hard the beginning of the year. I'll come here, get this loaded up, get it cleared out, and then 6 months of the year they are actually laborers. That sounds like a plan. Now, is there any advantage to getting other professions built up further? Hunter, did we ever get any more leather? 0 leather still. So are we just using it as fast as we can make it? Is that the issue? Tailor made 19 warm coats. When I first noticed this, we had 20 coats. We've made 30 since then. That was a couple episodes ago. So I'm thinking we're just using the leather as fast as we can make it. So we've got hunting going on there, hunting going on here. It wouldn't hurt to throw in a hunter right over here. This is going to naturally replant on its own as long as we're not cutting trees out. Schoolhouse needs stone. We have stone, so it's just waiting for laborers to drop off those last materials. I think we go for it. It's not going to be very efficient. The first storage barn is clear over here. Let's see here. Food, hunt. Yeah, let's go ahead. Set that aside just to basically supplement what we're doing. Is there another spot where we could do that? This is probably going to become another town area. I'm thinking a market's going to land somewhere in here, like so. Kind of cover these houses and most of this area, and we'll just have another community down there. This area has not been spoken for, so we could hunt out of here. How are we doing on herbs? Got plenty of herbs, 1,000 even. That's about it. Now we have a lot of trees here in town. We do have deer in town too. Why couldn't we throw a hunter right through here? I mean, the herds of deer are going to just roam through naturally anyway. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see. Hunter was this one. Something like that. I think that could work. Yeah, let's do that. Grab that one. Alright, so we're looking at another 25 to 30 stone. We're good there. Iron, we're fine. So logs, 34, what is that, 68? Yeah, we're good on building materials. We're good on laborers. And the builders will do what they need to do. So we're set up well to build those. And our housing is in. So we have more than enough jobs. In fact, no, we have just the right number of jobs here. Except for, well, these are students. Hopefully they will marry when they leave, when they finish school. Though we know that doesn't happen too often. Let's see. We've got 9... 10, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So not quite enough jobs for the number of workers or number of houses here. Some will move over here. That's right, we were kicking around putting some more houses either here or in here. Let's go ahead and pop two or three houses right through here. The idea of preemptively, let's see, plenty of stone. Let's do a stone house. Preemptively getting lots of future families in place. Let's go right there and right there for now. So in order that we've dropped these, I'm thinking it was like that. Let's see. I think this was first. So that should be the order they're going to work on these. Schoolhouse would be nice to get done soon. It is kind of the furthest out. The merchant has arrived at the trading post. And we still have no firewood in the system. You are a general goods merchant. Taline, the general goods merchant. Alright. Pepper, bean, squash, peach seeds, apple seeds, and you will take venison. Ooh, and you got coal. That's interesting. Alright, so first of all, I'm thinking we're going to get rid of our fish. Because well, actually, we're starting to get low on fish. Well, let's swap out 666 fish, which is 2/3 of 1,000, for pepper, bean, and squash. Let's grab the same 2/3 of 1,000 squash, and then actually, you know what? Let's make that a 0. Let's grab all of these. These are worth 1s, these are worth 3s. So we could do the same thing here, trading over 600 venison for over 600 each of these 3. So we'll do that. Am I missing something here? Oh, I didn't hit the enter. Okay. Let's trade that one just to get that done. So now, deal with peach seeds and apple seeds. We've already got apples. Yes. So, actually the coal I want to deal with first. So, I want all 100 of the coal. So, let's swap out warm coats for that. 20 goes into 630 times. Alright, so that one's done. Let's trade that one off. Now, let's work on the peach seeds. We want one of those. Can we come up with 2,500 of what's left? Herbs. We have 4,000 in herbs alone. So there it is. So that's 1,250. That's 625. It is. Trade. That's everything. It worked. So we're going to dismiss him. Turn the speed. Speed is down. Wouldn't let the game take off. And let's figure out what happened to our inventory here. We never touched the fish. And let's take the fish down to 800. Let's make sure we still have plenty in our economy. Beans are leaving. The coal is leaving. So while we're thinking, let's switch both the blacksmith right there. Just switch him over to steel tools and switch, there he is, over to steel tools. Now unfortunately we're not going to get to use all 100 of those coal. They'll also grab them for heating their houses when they don't have firewood. So we're going to see a bunch of those go away, so have to remember to go back and switch the blacksmith back over. But for a little while at least, both of them will have a chance to grab some coal and make some better quality tools for us. So fish, iron tools we didn't touch. We're asking for 1,000 herbs and we have 375. How are we doing on herbs? We have plenty. Okay, so we can restock that. Alright, so we're going to need 700 venison. We have more than enough. Okay. Back for that matter, I'm thinking we will let's see, delete 3, up that to 3,000. Okay, warm coats, we're asking for 30 more to come back in. Now we were having a little trouble with that because of the leather. Well, it's okay. We'll put the 30 in here, but we'll know that we have them if we ever need them. If we've got to put them back out, we'll be fine. So is that everything we traded? We have a gatherer that died of old age. So I'm thinking that everything here is fine now. Herbs, yeah. Alright, so that's good. What was that? Firewood is low. So, firewood is low. This is set to cut logs. We've taken 164 out last year, and 75 will be heading for close to the same amount this year. So, a lot of logs coming out of that one. This guy over here, let's take a look at, grab my keyboard here, at this forest, or woodcutter. He's got logs and firewood. He has done what? Logs is low. Sorry, we're doing a lot of building right now. That's where the logs are going. He has found leather and venison, so a hunter dropped off his goods. Otherwise, 133 firewood. That's not much. Remind me, what has this one done in the past? Of course, we haven't had a trustworthy season in a long time, but even as poor as we've been doing, he pulled almost 600 last year. So this one is really just getting started. That's probably what's going on there. How's this one done over time? This one hasn't had much access to logs either. Still got 344 out of it, but yeah, not too good. So we're really just stalling until this grows up. Okay, let's kick the speed back up. Try to figure out what we were doing. We added the school, we added the hunter. Ah, school is finished. Right there. Add a teacher. Whole bunch of laborers just jumped in. Great. So we'll add the teacher. We're going to find that these students over here, with all those laborers, we still had 20 students. So we probably missed a few of them that snuck through and didn't get into school because it was full. We're going to see some of these students, I believe, start to shift over in time to here. We'll eventually, I'll probably have 15 and 5 or something like that because there are a lot more houses on this side right now. How are we doing here? 9 of 20, 22 of 20. You know, we do have lots of workers right now. Let's go ahead and up some of these. At least these two bigger ones. Crops seem to be okay. 80% yield. And a tree fell. So we're finally getting to the point that the trees are starting to mature and die of old age, and planting new trees in there. Start getting a few more holes, we'll just have them clear cut the whole thing and stick a new type of tree in there. How's our ale production going? 163. Making them out of berries. And our berries are low. Okay. Logs are low, iron's low, logs are low. Iron 20. We had pulled a lot out of here, so we're going to empty this out. Let's go ahead and have this surplus of laborers take out some more iron and other resources. Don't have access to that side. Let's go ahead and clear all this out. None of these are absolutely critical right now. They'll get built when they get built. And let's do some more stone over here. That's already been queued up. Okay. So everything is out of... Let's see, that's stone. Iron. Everything is out of this area. Wouldn't hurt to clear all the iron out of the rest of this place too. And all of the stone. This has already been cleared. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this episode's just been kind of a waiting game for more logs. I really don't want to clear cut the map. I really like to have the map looking like a forest rather than looking like you know, the plains states. I want this to look like a mountainous map that is supposed to be. I'd say we could take a few extra logs out of here though. Logs are low. Especially right now, while the farms are dormant and all of those farmers are acting as laborers. In fact, I bet you we can grab a few up here. Yep, there'll be a lot of walking to do, but we've got warm coats. And looks like we've got enough firewood. I don't see any houses with little frost symbols over the top. So we've got enough firewood to get everybody warmed up this winter. which means we're finally getting ahead of the curve. Next year we should finally start building up some excess again, and then we'll be able to fill the trader back up. So 25s and 25-35. So still we're behind the curve on really young families. But I think we're doing okay. Food is still looking great. So the hunting cabin is next. We have a hunting cabin here. Okay. So let's kick up 3 more employees. We're still doing great on labor. Where are the people going to live for this cabin over here? That wasn't it. We put one here. Oh, the one in town. Okay. So how many jobs do we actually have in town? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So really 5 houses can supply this area, and I think we've got 6 going. So we're fine on houses. There's 11. Yeah, so we're good on housing here, proportional to the number of jobs. So this area over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 10. So we need 5 houses in this area. We've got 3. Do I want to pop 2 houses in here? I'm thinking I want to pop 2 houses out here. We're doing decent on supplies, enough to get 2 houses going. Though the hunting cabin's going to take a lot of it. Firewood is low, but we're still to the positive. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that, then we'll call this one an episode. And maybe next time we'll start to make sense of all that we're doing. You get these kind of lulls in the game to where there's nothing dramatic going on, and you're just kind of making up for losses here and there and trying to get ahead of the curve. And then eventually things will start to get exciting again, and off you go. Let's throw in 2 houses over here. Eventually we'll get the mine going, we'll get a quarry going. Then we'll start to probably convert all of our housing over to stone houses. We'll catch this merchant before we shut this episode down. But there's not a lot of stone available right now to stone house everything yet. What did you bring us? Leather. Yes, we'll take it. So 33 of them. 330. Oh, warm coats. 35. Iron tools, we have a lot of those. Now, steel tools, did we make some? We did make some. So let's sell off some iron tools. So we need 330. Yeah, 8 goes into that fun way. 40 times 8, that's 320. So 41, let's start there. And yeah, that's not going to work all that well. So if we kick this back, let's see, those cost 10. Kick this back to 30. Well, it'd be nice if it went back by ones. 32 and 40. There we go. I'll work with that. Trade and dismiss. And with that, I think we'll call this an episode. If you are enjoying this series, please hit the like and subscribe below and let others know about it. This has been Noble Rambler. Thanks for watching.